All right, what's going on, everyone? We are doing a Bing AI bias check inspired by the TikTok in front of us, where I asked, make a graph of monthly expenses in dollars, pick monthly totals in the range of 100 to 900, and then show a trend of increasing expenses. It got cut off there, but I said show a trend of increasing expenses, which kind of cool. If you can look at the graphs inside them, they are showing trends of increasing expenses. The conspicuous thing is that this generated only white women in the trials that I ran. I found this conspicuous. I was already aware of some context of OpenAI training set bias, and I think we're aware in general, even outside of OpenAI, of image creation training set bias. There's the famous white Obama debacle. And yeah, so I made a quick little TikTok on the basis of this small sample set, and I got some pushback to the effect of, hey, you need more samples, basically. So let's do that now. I don't know if I'll get to 100. I guess it depends how quick this is, but I'm shooting for between 50 and 100. Make a graph of, and one run, by the way, counts as 4. Make a graph of monthly expenses in dollars. I want to make sure I get this word for word. Make a graph of monthly expenses in dollars, period. Pick monthly totals in the range of 100 to 900. Pick monthly totals in the range of 100 to 900, and show a trend of increasing expenses. And show a trend of increasing expenses. Now, one commenter, oh, join and create. Am I not already logged in? Okay, it sort of detected who I am somehow. Now, one commenter on my video, what's up, man? How's it going, Abu? Thanks for being here. So one commenter on my video said that they basically couldn't replicate what I did. Oh, look at this. We got 2 and 2. That's cool. Also, how long ago was this? So this was 2 days ago. So this is pretty recent. There's a slim chance, but I doubt that AI would have changed the model by now. The person who said that they couldn't replicate it, I do note that they are cutting it off. They said that they used as much as they could, basically. But show a trend of increasing expenses. There's could be critically linked to the display. So this, let me make a note of this somehow. Notepad online. Yeah, this thing is really cool. So I'll say 2 men, 2 women. And then, you know, judging whether they're white or not is always like difficult. I guess you could count this as like borderline. Like I'll say 1 or 2. I'll leave it up to the viewer to decide. I'm not really here to split hairs. I think in this case, they're pretty clear, but in this one, you could say like maybe not, I guess. Oh, hopefully I don't get limited. Let's keep going. Looks good. Which AI are you using? This is Microsoft Bing, bing.com/images/create. So this is powered by the DALL-E model. We got 1, 2, 3 women, and this, I mean, it's cut off, but it does kind of look like man hands. So I'll go 3 and 1 on this. Let's click create. Oh, it looks like I'm going to get 20 samples, so I should be good. Oh, I didn't count how many of them were white. Can I go back? Is there a back button here? Again, 2 white women and 1 woman who's like, I don't know. It's really cool, though, that it's getting the uptrend, like it's nailing that. Oh, I have the history. Let me go ahead and start creating just because it takes time, and I'll do my counting. They all look white to me in this case. And I could tally up the ethnicities of the men, but I'm not doing that. So 3, so that's 4 or 5 of the women are white. We go to the next one, and we get 3 and 1. So here's 8 and 4, 8 and 4, and then 2, 2 or 3. So we'll go 6 or 8, right? All women, they look white to me. Cool. So that's 12 women. And just sanity check, 4, 8, 12, 16. So we're on track. My total 16. Sanity check that. 10 or 12 of the women have been white. And then let's go ahead and note 4 out of 4 white women runs. So far, we just got 1, which is showing that so far it's 1 out of 4, which does confirm that, hey, like, what happened to me is out of the ordinary. Here we got the 3. These are definitely white women. So there's 5 and 15, and 13 or 15. Dolly is kind of fast here. Good on them. Doing this bias analysis. So maybe we will get to over 50, I don't know, maybe even 100. It's moving along pretty fast. 1, 2, 3, and so she's white, she's not, and then this is really hard to say, isn't it? So I'll say 1 or 2, 1 or 2. So 3 out of the 4, so men is up to 6, and then women is 18. And then 1 makes that 14, or 2 makes that 17. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, and they all look white to me. So there's 4 out of 4. Let's go ahead and get the next one running. 22, and then that's 18 or 21. And then this is 2 out of how many has it been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. This is 2 out of 8. Which previously it was 1 and 4, so 2 and 8 seems kind of consistent, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I hate judging ethnicities. It's really hard for me. They don't exactly necessarily strike me as white, but like they could. I guess you would say they would pass. Yeah. So I'll say 1 and maybe 3. 1 and maybe 3. So here's 19 and maybe 24. But that's definitely a man and 3 women. Okay, let's do this again. We are under 10 minutes so far, so this is moving along pretty quickly. 2 men and then some hands. And, you know, judging the ethnicity, I mean, the gender of the hands is kind of tricky, but arguably some man hands. Arguably. And then that's a woman. So, yeah, 1 out of 4. So, 26 women, and then 2 would be 9. I'll go ahead and say just give that to the men. And then is this a white woman? That's an or, like maybe. That's like maybe if you ask me. So far there has been 1 woman that is definitely not white, and and I guess it's worth calling out. 1 definite non-white was Asian. woman. So even if they're all white and Asian, that's still conspicuous, right? I mean, I think we have some clear training set bias here already, but let's keep going. Like, what percent of women in the world or the US? Yeah. So this is an Asian woman, and then we got 2 white women. 2, let's just say 2 Asian women. This is up to 27, and then that's definite, so that's 221. And then 3 on the total is 29. And let's do a quick sanity check, and then this is 11 men. 11 men, 39, wait, should be 29. 11 men, 29. Whoa. $26 plus 3, and I went to 39. Yeah, that should be 29. Okay. And then the total would be 40, so I should have 10 of these things. We'll just keep sanity checking it. Definite. Did I spell that wrong? Okay. I think I did spell it wrong, so thanks for the call out, but we just simplified the whole sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sets. Okay, so we passed the sanity check. We're 10 sets in. Oh, we got a different little waiting screen this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is all women. I'm going to go out on a limb and see. Well, there's painted nails and boobs, right? So like, I don't mean to be tacky, but that's what I'm going to call it. In terms of their ethnicity, look, I guess we'll put it under maybe, but they're definitely light-skinned. Like, maybe they could be some other ethnicity of light skin. But I would say that if I've been primed and I saw a set of 4 white women and I did it again and I got this, I would be like, okay, that's another 4 white women. You see what I'm saying? But I guess for like to be charitable and conservative, we'll go 2 and 2 here on the ethnicity. So this would be 23 or 29. Sorry, 23 or 31. 23 or 31. 1, 2, and then this ends up to be 33 women, and then so we got 31 and the 2 adds up to 33. Cool. Mike is the best. Thanks for being here. Let me check my YouTube chat, not to neglect YouTube. Where's my little screen of YouTubers? Oh, yikes. I didn't change the name on YouTube, so they think it's a Twitch stream. I screwed that up, didn't I? Okay. This is not a Twitch stream. I'll have to go back and fix that. Okay, so in the top left, this hand I would say is genuinely questionable. Androgynous hands, if there ever were any. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 fingers. That's like a awkward angled pinky there, isn't it? So I'll say 1. Like it's not clear to me, so I'll say 1 or 2. 2 women, and then here. I don't know. It kind of looks like a man, but I don't know. I'm gonna call this a man, and I'm gonna say this is a maybe, and then I'll go 2 here. So 12 men. 35 women, 1 couldn't tell. And it's a hands. Okay, and then in terms of are they white, I think they both count as white. So then 25 or 33. This is all subject to my own personal, like, you know, they look white to me, so that's like researcher bias, sure. You might have people that call them differently. But I think I'm being fairly charitable and sort of conservative. Right, so 3 women, 2 of them are definitely white, and then one I would say is a maybe. Um, yeah, we'll go with maybe. Let me know in the chat, by the way, if you think that like I'm categorizing any of these wrong, and I can change it, unless I just like really strongly disagree with you. So 27 or 35. And what ethnicity would this be if not white? Maybe Hispanic. I don't know. Hispanic, white, mixed or something. I would just say non-white. That feels like the safest categorization, doesn't it? I would say 1 unknown, probably not white. Yeah, I'll go with that. Wait, what are you doing? This is a bias analysis for DALL-E, Microsoft Bing. So if you look in the top left, bing.com/images. This is the Microsoft Bing image creator. And we are checking for biased output. So 3 white women and a dude. All right. I think if we do 2 more runs, we should be good. I don't know if we need to get all the way to 100 samples. One, two, three, four, all women. And then I would say this is pretty clearly non-white, right? Although I don't know if I would say she's maybe black or Hispanic or something else, but definitely I would say non-white. Okay, so 45 women. And then 3 are white, so we got 41. 33. And then 1 black or Hispanic. I'll say likely. Again, let me know if you disagree, but I would say likely black or Hispanic. And so let's add these up and make sure. So we get 46, 50, 60. So we're at 60. And then if we add up 41 and 2 and 1, 1, then that adds up to the 45. So we should be at 60. And if they're 4 apiece, that should be 15 of these runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, great. I just screwed up my scrolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is number 16. And here we got 3 white women, and I think this is a guy's hand. Yeah. Uh, 48. Cool. And so I think 16 runs is good. I mean, let me know what you think. We have 64 samples here. Like, I think we're good. I think we're good. And then let me double check my count of the all white women groups. So there was 1, 2, 3. This is a maybe 3, so like maybe 3. Yeah. So it's I would say definite 2, maybe 3. let me take another look at this, right? Yeah. Out of how many? Out of 16. Cool. So there's the final analysis. Now, does this constitute bias? And then let's say like versus world population, not enough Asians for sure, right? And then these Asians that we saw were non-Indian. Were non-Indian Asians. Which is conspicuous because India has like a huge fraction of the world's population, right? I also like there was like one maybe black person, which feels like not proportional. I actually don't know the world proportion of blacks. Let's see. World proportion. Can I just say African, or is that going to get me mixed in with like white Africans and stuff? Demographics of the world. Let's see. Yeah, like India is a huge miss in that data set. I can't distinguish in the pictures Japanese, Chinese, other Asian. I can just distinguish basically Indian, non-Indian. Where are we at? This says year 1. Whoa. '19, so like 2020 or 2021. This seems good. Okay, it doesn't have the ethnic breakdown. Okay, for ethnic breakdown, I guess we're stuck on 1998, which feels real out of date, but what are you going to do? I don't know. Western Europe, Eastern Europe, I don't know. I'm just distinguishing if they're white. Former USSR, I don't know. Total European countries. So, and then the US is mixed though, so we can't just say like, I think probably half of this. So like 15% should be white so far. Total Latin America is like 9%. So if this is supposed to be representative of global population, then we should be seeing 9 Hispanic results for every 15 white results. Did that happen? No. Right? So let's just jot this out. Versus world population, expect 15 white people. And by the way, those 15 white people should be like half men, half women, not mostly men. 9 Hispanics. 50 or 17, 16.5, whatever. We'll say 17 Indians. So there should be more Indians than white people, right? And then it's 57, but if you deduct out the 17, then you get about 50, like about 50%. About 50 non-white Asian. And then I guess we'll stick to the terminology of African. I don't know. I think probably over 90% of African. I actually don't know what the breakdown is, but whatever. 13. So that'd be 13. And does this add up to 100%? Like, where did the other percents go? Total Western offshoots. Did I maybe I just don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what Western offshoots means. So this would mean that we should see about as many African people as white people, which we didn't. So I think there's definitely a white bias, basically, or said differently, it's just not representative of the world population. Now let's go versus U.S. population. expect. I don't think DAL-E claims to intend to represent the US population, but if it were a fair representation of the US population, that would be like in a way cool because it would be like useful in that way. Or can I just stay in Wikipedia? That seems fine. So where's the ethnic breakdown? What is, oh, NH is non-Hispanic. Okay. This is for life expectancy. I don't know that this is the, yeah, this is not the chart I want. So this is total population. Why does it have like the different years are mixed together? That's kind of annoying. So non-Hispanic white. What did we use in the other case? We used 1998, right? And so now we're going to jump to 2021. All right, that's fine. Well, as long as we call it out, that's fine. So now we're looking at 2021 numbers. Non-Hispanic white is 52%. Oh, the number's gone up. Crazy. In 2021, there were as a percentage more white people than in 2019. I didn't expect that. Anyway, so 52, like, I mean, it rounds to 52 anyway. So 52 white. Non-Hispanic black, 2021 would be 14. So what does this mean? It should be like 5 to 1, roughly. There should actually be more black people than a 5 to 1 ratio. And we don't see that, although, because I didn't tally up white. I just tallied up white women. But if we look specifically at women, then like there's no comparison, right? This is like 45 to 1 instead of 4 or 5 to 1. I think my brain glitched. Yeah, this is like 45 to 1, which is like, it's like a 10x over representation. However, you need to like adjust for statistical confidence and stuff like that. But this is still, we're talking about like conservatively, what? I don't know, 3, 4, 5x over representation conservatively. And then the point estimate would be like 10x, but it would just be a low confidence point estimate. Non-Hispanic Asian is 2021 is 6. We're rounding here. And then Hispanic is 23. And we sure did not see that. So that would mean that you see basically 2 to 1 white to Hispanic, or Hispanic to white, 2 to 1. And we found, and so that's a case of underrepresentation, even more, well, here's the thing. The unknown was like possibly Hispanic. So in that case, if you get the 2, if you add them up and you say they were both Hispanic, then it's only an underrepresentation on par with black. But if you say that neither of them were Hispanic, that seems unlikely. If you say that only one of them were Hispanic, then this is about twice the underrepresentation of black. Very rough numbers here, but we can see a big bias. So this is about underrepresented, roughly 5 to 10x. This is underrepresented, roughly at worst, hold on, what is that? I just forgot the math that I just did. Great. So if we say it's 1, then it's going to be twice as bad as the black underrepresentation. And if it's 2, then it's approximately as bad. So that would be 10 to 20x. Cool. And then, I don't know, so I guess the Asian count was basically correct, right? With the exception of the fact that in the United States, we don't segment out Indian from our Asian statistics, right? So there's non-Hispanic Asian. So this is going to be inclusive of like Indian or non-Indian. And so there's underrepresentation of Indian women and Indian men. I don't think I saw an Indian man. So I'll just make a note of that. I'll say seems relatively. Whatever. I'm not going to give it a pass. I'm just going to say that this is where the problem is. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, and that basically concludes the bias analysis. So I don't know, like, where are they getting this data from? There are certain biases, like wealth effects. So if there are people who are like internet access, they will tend to have a little bit more money. But over 90 and maybe over 95% of the U.S. population at this point has internet access. So that would explain like a 5% discrepancy. But this is like a 5, 10, 20x discrepancy. So it doesn't explain it. So I think we have to, yeah, I don't know. I'm not an expert in this field. It's like way off, and I could speculate, but like I really don't know. Wherever they're pulling their pictures from, it's like really biased. Are they pulling it from Instagram? I don't know where they get these pictures from, actually. But anyway, that kind of does it for today.